Yeah, co-driven by Northern Irishman Michael Orr, of course. His best Jordan finish in the WRC round is 9th 3 years ago. He's had 40 WRC starts. He did compete here last year, but in an S2000 Fiesta. So he used that round as part of his Middle Eastern campaign. He did have a shot at the Middle Eastern Championship there last year. It didn't quite happen for him in the end. WRC best at the moment, 6th place in Greece 2 years ago.
You just hear the car working on the throttle.
Some big bumps and dips to get through. 4 seconds down on Henning. Henning still looking like the time to beat for now.
You saw also how much neater he was in the hairpin to Henning. It's just that little bit neater. Henning, there's a huge rock that Khalid's just caught on the inside of that corner there. Just popped out, being pulled out by the previous car or something like that.
Yeah, well, Khalid and Michael, they did get off to a point-scoring start with 10th in Sweden. Not such a good run in Portugal, but they are running in 8th place at the moment, so they're on course to get a couple of points out of the Middle Eastern round. But can they make any impact in the baptism site power stage? Really quick past that camera there.
You see, again, the car ducking and diving under the brakes.
Here we come then into the flying finish. What can Khalid do here? It's going to be slower than Henning. 5:45.6. Just outside the top 3 places as well. Henning, still the man to beat. He can be happy with that. Still there, he says. Yeah, he'll be there a bit longer as well.
Next is probably his next challenger. Here's Khalid to replay. Look at that rock.
Look at that rock.
I couldn't say whether he skimmed it or not. I think he skimmed it.
Well, these Michelin tyres, these new Michelin tyres, I should say, have been designed to actually with a stronger structure, so they don't hit as many punctures, and it really has been the case this weekend.
That's a big rock.
Yeah, that is a big rock. You can see that, well, they didn't actually lose much performance either, and not too much tyre wear. It's been a terrific job by Michelin to get these tyres working for this weekend so quickly as well.
It's quite a shame for Michelin, because Michelin for the first 3 rides took a little bit of a flack from the drivers and the teams, because the tyres were fantastic performance, but maybe a little bit less strong. Now they've made them strong, and they've still got a performance. No one's talking about them now, so they've done the right job, and no one's talking about them. So.
Well, we can do the talking for them. It has been a fantastic job by Michelin with these new gravel tyres. Let's have a little update there. Henning Solberg, still the man to beat. Then Mads Osberg. Federico Villagra in 3rd. 6.9 seconds off that fastest time. That's the benchmark they need to get to slot into the top 3 positions. And we're now joining Matt Wilson, who's just got up to 5th place in the previous stage, isn't he?
Yeah, he got past Kimi Räikkönen, because Kimi had we're talking about punctures. Kimi's had the only one of the big drivers in the previous stage, but Matthew up to 5th. He was in Portugal as well. It's not far away from that big rock, which is still kind of, depending on what line you take, it's on it.
Oh, just 8/10 down on his teammate at M Sport Stobart, Henning Solberg. So we could see Henning challenged for the first time as Matt edges closer and closer to the stage finish. Henning's looking a little bit concerned now. He knows his teammate's on a charge.
To be fair, Henning's ride and the commitment and determination he showed probably deserves to stay there for a little bit longer, to be fair.
And he does deserve a bit of luck as well. I wouldn't mind seeing him get something out of this power stage. They certainly have had a horrendous run of luck in recent rallies.
Yeah, they're looking at each other thinking he's quick. They've been able to watch these pictures as well, so they know exactly what's going on.
Yeah, it's quite interesting for them. So obviously they'll be comparing what they did with their own lines to what the following drivers do. Interesting little setup for the drivers there at the end of the stage, waiting for the last cars to come through.
I know Henning and quite a lot of these drivers, they do watch as much in-car as they can from other drivers, just to try and see where they can gain or where they were losing time.
Well, Matt Wilson's just flown past our position here. That means he's very close. He's into the flying finish there, I think. Yeah, 2.2 down on Henning, but he does slot into 2nd. So at the moment, he's on course for 2 championship points.
He's loving that, isn't he?
Well, Henning, he's not quite as Hollywood as his brother, but he does give it a good go. Henning and Ilka still cooking nicely out there in the Middle Eastern sun.
Yeah.
Warm afternoon as well for the spectators, of course. As we said, it's well in excess of 30 degrees out there this morning.
Yeah, you think standing in all that clothing, your Nomex underwear, then the overalls on top, the gloves, the boots, it's hot work.
Yeah, Ilka taking on plenty of water and a very good job too. The next man we're going to see in is Kimi Räikkönen, who, as we just heard, has lost 5th place to Matt Wilson in the previous stage with a frustrating puncher. But as we said, that's the first puncher we think anyone's had. And look at the heat haze there. Really get a sense just how much hard work it must be and how much hard work it must be on those tyres. It again underlines what a fantastic job Michelin have done with those new gravel tyres. Very little tyre wear we've seen. Well over 150 kilometres to get through on this final day as well.
Well, there were reports today that it was maybe going to touch 35 degrees. I mean, yesterday we had 31, so we'll see. Kimi into the stage.
Yeah, Kimi Räikkönen, well, the former Formula 1 world champion. It is the Chinese Grand Prix this weekend. Kimi's having none of it. He's out here in Jordan attacking these fantastic stages. There's that big cut again.
There, yeah, huge cut. Kimi, in this kind of stage, we noticed earlier, when it's a very solid base, he's very good under braking, and that's where he gains quite a bit of time. He's not going to get the time back up.
Yeah, well, Kimi's best result is 5th in Turkey last year, and he was on course to do that. Frustrating for him. He's only had 15 starts, remember. His best in Jordan was 8th here last year. Co-driven by that experienced man, Kyle Lindstrom, former co-driver to Tommy Mäkinen, of course. What a frustrating last couple of stages for him, though. He's come so close to equaling his best result, just to have it snatched away from him.
The huge cut. The road was like 3 or 4 metres over to the other side there.
Terrific view from on board Kimi there. It's that really dusty section, getting very rutted through there as well. The front runner's going to have to watch out for that. It's a little ride on board with
0.1.
Oh, Kimi!
0.1. Henning's time could be numbered. Kimi's going to have to pull it out of the bag.
Well, we said earlier he might like some of these, getting close to driving on tarmac, and we know he has the good feeling on sealed surfaces.
He is going right. He was quick in here this morning, had a good run in this one. Also, this stage was partly used yesterday, and he was quick in that stage yesterday. There's more harder, solid road condition. Kimi really can show his tarmac expertise.
So 5, no, he's slower, definitely slower. Yeah, 5, oh, close though, 5.4, it's 1.2 seconds. Henning says, thank you very much. Kimi gave it a good go there. He slots into 2nd place, so currently on course for an extra 2 championship points. On course of that 6th place finish, he's already going to get a handful of points there as well, but disappointing. I thought we might get Kimi standing around in the sun for a while. That would have been interesting to see.
That would have been interesting to see for Kimi, yeah. I mean, they used to have in Formula 1 like a single lap shootout. It's kind of a little bit like that with the rally at the minute, but Henning's still standing there. Now, Henning's big task now is, will he still be standing there after the next guy? Mikko Hirvonen in the stage at the moment. All the media there getting their interviews, getting their photographs. Journalists are crowding round to get what they can. Marshall handing the time card, so that's the time that Kai needs to know about. And the end of the stage.
Well, that is the latest round. That's his 3rd round of the season finished for Kimi.
Best place so far this year for him.
Yep, good finish. He's announced later on in the season he's going to take on a few NASCAR rounds. First taste of oval racing. He's really giving every bit of motorsport a shot, but obviously that's working around his WRC campaign as well. Now, back in the stage. Mikko Hirvonen. Anyway, so Henning Solberg still the man to beat. Kimi Räikkönen 1.2 down. So, yeah, Hirvonen. This is going to be interesting to watch because this man has said he's going for it in this power stage, hasn't he?
He has. It's 4 stages in this afternoon's loop, and Mikko was slow in the first 2. I questioned the team why. Apparently, he's saving his tyres for the power stage. He wanted to get as much as into them, keep them in the best condition for this time. He's got to take the points. He's had a power steering issue yesterday, first on the road yesterday, losing time, so he now needs to try and capitalise on what he can.
Yeah, we'll soon find out just how good that time of Henning's was. Oh, 2.7 up. Yeah, well, as expected, Mikko is on a charge. He's had a frustrating weekend where he's been, well, I think Henning looks resigned to his fate already. Yeah, Mikko, as I was about to say, he had a frustrating run out there, sweeping the road clear for those runners. As he's been the championship leader now for 3 rounds, but he may not be at the end of this weekend. He might not be too worried about that, but then a bit of a power steering problem as well yesterday.
Yeah, just last 15Ks of that final stage yesterday, which just cost him a bit more time. But Mikko, you're never happy not to do well, but Mikko might be quite happy this weekend to leave here not leading the championship. Someone else can sweep those roads in Sardinia for him, so quite happy with that. He'd just love to take those points this weekend. But Henning and Ilka's time, I think, maybe is over there.
Yeah, well, this is why this power stage is so important for the likes of Mikko Hirvonen. He's fighting for a championship. Every point counts. Look at that time, 5:21.7.
12.5.
Well, thank you very much, Henning and Ilka. Entertained us for a bit of a while there. But that's 12.5 seconds quicker by Mikko. Good job by Henning, though. Gave it everything he could.
But we saw this in Portugal. There is a huge gap at the minute between Petersolve into it. The two factory Fords, the two factory Citroens, and Petersolve. The top 5 are in, just at the minute, a completely different league to the rest of them. And Henning, Kimi, Matthew, people like that are battling away for like the best of the rest. And that's what they got to concentrate on.
They are head and shoulders above the rest. And let's have another look at a bit of Mikko's run through here as he...
Very tight line, very tight line.
This is where I think, you know, it's so quick in most of the other parts of the stage. I guess these tighter corners is where you're going to make up some of the time.
Those tyres and the suspension. You took your road car around there, you'd have a puncture and a broken suspension.
Yeah.
That's at about 10 miles an hour.
Do you think that's where we're going to see most of the time gained with these last runners? It's so quick, the rest of it. Some of that sort of more technical area, if you get your lines just right, try and stay off the loose stuff, that could be where they're going to make up the odd 10th of a second.
You've got to be neat and tidy, yes.
And remember, we have just half a second between first and second, so there really is everything to go for, as well as this power stage this afternoon. It's the most thrilling finish. Oh, something flying off the back of...
A little bit of the bumper. He won't be concerned. That's the least of this man's worries.
And we're hearing Jari has changed the tyre before a start.
There is some damage there, but I mean, that could have been in the previous stages. Not sure. The bit that fell off, to me, I think, was coming from the rear, like the little spare wheel holder area. No, it's not. It is the bit of the front wing that's come off.
Well, it's a sign just how hard... Look at that! This is a sign how hard this man is pushing. Jari-Matti Latvala, yet to win a rally in 2011, but he has been absolutely nailing it. Oh, no, he's lost it somewhere. 4 seconds down on Mikko. Well, this is a 10-kilometre stage. He might have had an issue somewhere earlier in this stage.
The rally leader as well we're battling here for as well.
Half a second, sorry, up. Coming in to say, let's ride on board with Jari-Matti. Well, this will be a heartbreaking finish. He's worked so hard to get into that lead of the rally. Half a second up on Ocean coming into this stage. Very calm inside the car, but there must have been some sort of moment earlier in the stage for him to lose that much time. 5:21.7, the time that his teammates set, remember.
I would not want to be that Ford Fiesta. It has been abused in this stage.
He's absolutely hurling it through. He's got to make up the time in this last sector. 5:21.7
he's looking for, though. Remember, it's Ogier he's looking for.
Yeah, that's true. He's not going to be quicker than his teammate. 5:22.4. Well, what a finish. That's not what we expected to see.
That's not bad, though. That's not bad. He's not going to win the power stage, but he's not bothered about Hirvonen right at this moment. Right at this moment, he's concentrating on Ogier.
It could, of course, be a sign that Mikko has absolutely nailed it in there. Yeah. He said he was going to. He's already won 1 power stage this year. Let's not forget that.
How spectacular was Latvala when he bounced through that corner. He's looking at the time. He's really curious. This man now thinking, have I won this rally? He's got to wait another 6 minutes before he knows.
It's been an absolutely astounding drive from Jari-Matti this morning. He looks exhausted, and rightly so. He's given it absolutely everything. There's the damage to the front of the car. There are so many rocks and bushes and things like that alongside the road. That's hardly surprising. Let's take another look at that scary moment for Jari-Matti.
It's as if he's just caught something. It's off already there. The bumper damage is already there by then. But it's as if he's caught some netting or a bush and it's just smashed it out. But look at this. Here we go. Look at that.
That is why you need such hard-working suspension on cars like this. Yeah.
As I said, that Ford Fiesta has been abused in that stage.
And as you said, you try that in your own car at home, you'd be off into the bushes.